A threat for Catholic students across LA. We hear from students about the frightening experience. Plus, what's the fastest food? Which drive-thru will get you on your way the quickest? You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. Schools across LA are back open after an email threat was deemed not credible, but it did send out a scare across the LA Archdiocese. Several schools across LA received the email threat. Our Lady of Victory in Compton was one of them. There was a heavy police presence there Monday. As a result, some schools evacuated, others canceled before students got to campus. And the threats did not just go to Catholic schools. Damien High School in Laverne got the email threat too.
Therese says, and that's when they said that we got an email that we got a bomb threat. So we went immediately to the class, and then everyone was scared. Some weren't, but some were screaming. That minute, when they were doing all that stuff, I kind of got scared. I thought there was someone outside.
The Archdiocese says the emailed bomb threat was a spam email similar to one distributed to schools throughout Europe last week. They also turned out not to be credible. About 2,000 U.S. troops are being told to prepare for deployment in response to the Israel-Hamas war. The troops would not go into Israel or Gaza, but would likely arrive in a nearby country, according to a defense official. And President Biden is headed to Israel. He will visit after being invited by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The trip comes amid a massive military buildup on the Israel-Gaza border. Israel has placed Gaza under a total blockade and pounded it with airstrikes. Civilians were warned to leave, but the border is still closed. A vigil showing solidarity with both Israelis and Palestinians was held Monday night in Pasadena. It took place at the Neighborhood Unitarian Universalist Church. The church described the visual as a place to express sympathy for families suffering on both sides of the conflict.
A lot of people are scared. A lot of people feel lonely. A lot of people feel helpless. So we'd like to create a space where people can be together, to send prayers, to send hope, and to create love, to create more love in the world. This is a place of love, and we want to share that.
That senior minister told us people in her congregation have family in both Israel and Gaza. The IRS has extended the tax deadline once again to November 16th. The extension applies to almost everyone in California and was first announced in January in the wake of those strong winter storms. Your tax deadline was automatically pushed to November as long as your address shows that you live in a qualifying county. You do not need to show proof that you were impacted by the storm in order to get the extension. All right, it's time to get an update on your forecast. Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon.
Hi everyone. I know it's the middle of October, but temperatures are going to feel very warm for this time of year. Wednesday and Thursday, there's going to be a moderate risk for heat illness for places away from the coast. It's really going to affect folks that don't have adequate cooling or hydration and those that are sensitive to the heat. As of now, a heat advisory will be in effect for the Inland Empire on Wednesday and Thursday, where temperatures are expected to reach the mid to upper 90s, may even reach the triple digits. So remember those heat safety tips. Stay cool and hydrated. Now we're going to hang on to these summer-like temperatures for a few days. Look at the trend in Santa Clarita. 94 Tuesday. We get to the peak of the heat Wednesday and Thursday, upper 90s, triple digits. Friday, we start cooling things down. Still warm for this time of year, 94. Better cooling happens over the weekend, 87 Saturday, and Sunday and Monday will feel more like fall. Hang in there. Stay safe.
LA Rams cornerback Darion Kendrick spent Monday night in jail after he was arrested on a felony gun charge. Los Angeles County Jail inmate records show that the 23-year-old was booked around 2 a.m. Monday after a traffic stop in Hollywood. That's when police found a concealed weapon in his car. Rams coach Sean McVay said the team and the NFL are aware of Kendrick's arrest. Before she died, Suzanne Summers announced her breast cancer had returned, an illness she had fought for 23 years. NBC4's Ted Chin reports on her remarkable period of survival and what it could mean for other patients.
Come and knock on our door. Suzanne Summers said she'd been dealing with cancer even when she was on Three's Company, the TV show that made her a star. But it was a breast cancer diagnosis in 2000 that Summers made public. Thus began a 23-year battle that experts say was remarkable. She spoke of the cancer coming back over the years before she lost her final battle over the weekend at the age of 76.
She's had this amazing career and she's been thriving despite having this long battle with breast cancer. And that's, I think, amazing and inspiring.
Dr. Valentina Benev is a breast surgical oncologist with BreastLink, a breast cancer center with locations throughout Southern California. She was not Summers' doctor, nor did she help treat her. Dr. Benev says it's difficult to evaluate her case because Summers never revealed publicly how aggressive the cancer was or what stage she was in.
Keep in mind, alternative therapy is not standard of care in the United States.
Summers made the decision to not follow her doctor's advice and undergo chemotherapy. She later insisted that decision, along with a healthy lifestyle, helped prolong her life.
Suzanne Summers made the choice that she felt was right for her. It didn't really follow her doctor's recommendations, but she herself, she wrote books about it, she did a lot of research, but she felt this was right for her.
Dr. Benev says the tremendous progress on fighting breast cancer is due to early detection and advances in technology. She says people are living longer thanks to greater awareness, in part because of celebrities like Suzanne Summers, who are so open about it.
She lived her life and seemed to feel happy with that.
Ted Chen, NBC4 News.
Nearly 9 in 10 public school districts struggled to hire teachers for this year, and many potential hires were deterred by low salaries. That's just one of the details that emerged from the National Center for Education Statistics. The federal agency surveyed more than 1,300 K through 12 schools in mid-August and found the teacher shortages were most common in subjects like special education, science, and foreign languages. High poverty districts also continue to report understaffing. For the current school year, 45% of all public schools reported feeling understaffed. The United States Postal Service wants you to know there are plenty of job openings here in the Los Angeles area as they gear up for the big holiday rush. And if you're interested, the USPS is inviting you to stop in throughout the month of October. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they'll have personnel available to discuss the application process and to help you get started. This is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the district office on Central Avenue in the Florence section of South LA. And if you can't make the in-person events, you're invited to apply online at USPS.com. For some aspiring young musicians in North Long Beach, all their practice is paying off. They actually received an invite to perform at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Very exciting. NBC4's McCullough Medina reports from Jordan High, where he spoke with the young stars.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Practice makes perfect.
We have a lot of hidden talent here at Jordan.
We don't get picked a lot for these type of things because of our reputation. Like, we're very small, low-income school.
For Emily Guzman, practicing on her clarinet is just one of her talents.
Don't you notice how
you can see she's also a singer, a first-generation student whose dream at playing at Carnegie Hall is also part of her American dream come true.
It isn't a very good dream to have, and I'm so glad that I get to do this.
Having this opportunity is such like a wonderful thing to do, you know, like it's a dream come true for us.
But as the school bell rings loudly, so does the reality of the cost to attend.
I just hope we can raise the funds to do it.
Mia Vasquez says the school and parents are really rallying around the 60 kids trying to raise the money to go, about $150,000. They need to do it by January to pay for the experience.
Jordan isn't really known for having all the funds, so I never really thought it was within our reach to be able to go all the way to New York and to Carnegie.
Our students, when they find their passion, they are 100% in and 100% committed to everything that they do.
Choir director J.J. Garcia is determined to make it happen. They've started to raise money on verticaledge.com. It's a GoFundMe for groups and nonprofits.
They really want to make this a reality for them, and that's what we want to do as well as their teachers.
We get to represent North Long Beach and all the way in New York.
Representing not only a school, but a dream that Garcia hopes will open up new doors for his talented students.
I really hope that this opens their eyes, that they can achieve whatever they really can if they just put their mindset forward and come in with an open heart and an open mind.
Garcia also hopes the trip will allow these students to expand their education. They'll be visiting a couple of colleges as well while they're there, but they got to start first by raising the money to get there in the first place. In Long Beach, I'm McCallum Medina, NBC4 News.
Just how fast is your fast food? Well, now we know the latest drive-through wait times for the biggest chains, and the results may surprise you. According to QRS Magazine, a business website, Taco Bell offers the quickest drive-through service at around 4 minutes on average. At around the 5-minute mark are Carl's Jr., KFC, Arby's, Dunkin', Hardee's, Wendy's, and Burger King. But it's McDonald's that takes about 6 minutes at the drive-thru, and Chick-fil-A about 7 minutes. The study calculated its data from nearly 1,500 restaurants from June to July. Well, now we know. It should come as no surprise, Barbie is the most popular Halloween costume of 2023. That's according to the search data compiled by the folks at Google. They say people of all ages, all across the whole country, have been inspired by Margot Robbie's multiple looks in Greta Gerwig's summer blockbuster. Barbie knocking Witches from the top spot for the first time in 3 years. That's right, Witches actually fell all the way to number 4, trailing Princesses and Spider-Man as well. Rounding out the top 5 are fairies. Perhaps most surprising of all, at least according to the folks over at Google, is that Taylor Swift didn't even make it into the top 20, landing at number 22. Now you have several options for Halloween. Well, pop star Mariah Carey is adding a second show for her Christmas tour at the Hollywood Bowl. The November 17th show of Merry Christmas One and All sold out in minutes. The second date is set for November 19th. Pre-sale tickets go on sale Wednesday, and general sale tickets will sell on October 20th at livenation.com. That's going to be a great show. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.